Well, I'm here to talk about a little bit of, I bought this video of John Benini and Tom Bearden, and they talk about Floyd and Floyd's invention here. And going through it, I can understand the frustration from it, being that it's two magnets compelled on top of each other with a plastic case. So you have small wire wrapped around this device, and then you have a little bit bigger wire wrapped around this device, which I imagine that's the output, and I imagine that's the frequency. As you look up here, you'll see that he's got a couple pieces of tin up on top that represent the magnetic polarity of the situation. And if you watch the video and you go through it all, and you understand why John and Tom had such a hard time trying to understand this. John will tell you in his videos that there was a small piece of black tape in the middle of the unit, and he never asked the question, or he never got a straight answer of what that was. All he knew is that eventually Floyd had this up and running to the point where it was oscillating itself and running itself. He had a toaster oven there, and John thinks that the toaster oven, he would heat the magnets up and program the magnets when they got to a certain temperature where magnetic polarity was no longer existent, which was what, 180 or whatever, a couple hundred degrees, and he would whitewash it, program it with a frequency, and then install the magnets. Yeah, you can get all complicated like that, I guess. Sure, now you got the magnetics programmed to a certain frequency where they adapt to the best feed at that frequency. Sure, I can understand that. One of the other things that stands out is that in all this, I mean, they asked Floyd if they could take the unit, and they wanted to plug it in at John's shop in order to fire it up. But when they fired it up there, of course, it didn't work because he had the key element. So Tom Bearden and John were like, "Oh, what the hell happened?" Well, I'll tell you what happened. But before I tell you what happened, I just want to explain something to you. I want to explain something to you like this. Here you got fixed copper coils. This one, I'm guessing, is for a generator, frequency generator, and this one's for power out. These two plates operate the magnetic field. So this is what happened. You take two opposing magnets, which does it. You know, that's not even what I'm getting at, but you take two opposing magnets, and they don't want to go together, right? But I slip in a piece of tin, and they go together. See? One more time. Two opposing magnets don't want to go together, right? Slip in a piece of tin, they go together. So, all you need is the oscillation of a piece of tin that vibrates. Hook a frequency generator to that, oscillate it, and you're changing what they call wiggly lines in the magnetic field. Now you create those waves, and those waves have a tendency to just flow right out. All you have to do is create one wave. And if you create one wave, it all follows. So what Floyd had was he had a small probe, I believe. He had a small probe with a piece of oscillating tin. He could have did it with just a ring. He could have did it with a ring and oscillate it back and forth. Don't matter. He could have had it that small. It doesn't matter. But he had a piece of tin that went in there and oscillated and changed and made it wave. Now, see, John and them, as when he unplugged the unit and he handed it to John and handed it to Tom and said, "Here you go." He took away that one unit, which was the oscillator. He gave them pretty much a fake oscillator, but he took away the center core, and they were never able to operate it. So, and then I mean, I'm into all kinds of patents. I mean, we got this patent and that patent, and I got all kinds of patents here. And I'm studying this because I'm trying to figure out the flex core. Now, watching John and Floyd here has really helped, because now I understand how I can use the flex core between two magnets with the copper winding like this. All I got to do is oscillate it in between them, and you have power. So the next couple of weeks I'm going to be tapping into this experiment just a little bit. I'm pretty sure I have it all figured out, but you never know. But and then, if, like I said, when you driving down the road, I want you guys to take a little look-see. Look at the new transformers everybody's putting up on the power lines. I mean, there's a sign there. They pretty much, what I believe is they're sending pretty much frequency down the power lines, and then what they do is they build these transformers on poles, and then they tickle this type of shit and power up houses. So, but I'm pretty sure about that. But anyhow, take an extra peek next time you guys drive down the road and look at those transformers, because I tell you what, some of them are really nice. So I'm also looking into some materials to build these, and come to find out that most of them are related to transformers that it's hard to get. So I haven't quite figured out where to get my material, but I'm working on it. We'll see how it goes. But let's leave it at that for tonight, and we'll talk again. So, of course, can't leave you without an experiment. Wah! Off this cord right here. 8 turns around it, frequency around it, powers that. All I need is flex cord, and then I can unplug it and have it run itself. That's the plan. Talk to you soon.